Lay back, relax, enjoy it all. Saturday night, it's time to say no more. S&M with Tally and KRC. Come pleasure or pain, welcome to the stream.
You got it?
Working on it. I noticed the sound wasn't registering this time, so I fixed it. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to S&M. I'm Eve. This is Tally.
Hi! I've lost weight.
Yes, she has, and she's super proud and braggadocious about it. She's going to rub it in all our faces, so get ready to hear about it, kids.
Well, I kind of have to be proud because in a month I've lost 17 pounds. I've lost weight in a month. In like 20 days, I've lost 17 pounds.
Just about
I'm so happy.
Jen says, hi, ladies. Hi, Jen. Hi, Misty S. Hi, Eve. Hi, Hikaru. Hi, Lady Steffi. Hi, Rick. Rick says, can you ladies wish my parents a happy 45th wedding anniversary, please? Happy 45th wedding anniversary, Rick's parents. That's a long time.
Yeah,
wow.
Happy anniversary.
That's a long time to be married.
It is a long time to be married. That is a sapphire anniversary.
Why are you...
Sorry.
Why are you... No, like you're roboting out a little bit. Not like you're roboting, but your video skips.
I was trying to figure out what anniversary it was.
Oh, so you were sitting there scrolling through stuff on the internet and loading pages. That's why your video was going.
Yeah, it's a sapphire anniversary. So get them something that's got a pretty sapphire on it.
You're most welcome, Rick. Next weekend is Kayla's birthday, and I'll probably be out of town again. We're gonna have to move. We may have to move the date of S&M just based on me, not based on you. I was thinking about it was your job was going to interfere with it, but everything else that I'm doing seems to be interfering with it.
Well, my job, I can, provided I can give them enough notice, I can change what days, like I can tell them what days I can and can't work, and they'll just say, all right, so we won't put you in the schedule for this day.
Well, I mean, with you being sick last week and then the week before, I was out, so it's getting to the point where we may just end up having to do either makeup streams or should do makeup streams. Like, oh my god, or
well, Pat did the one that Pat hosted the one the week before when you were away, and I fucked it up.
We won't even address that because I don't think anybody noticed. But I thought you guys did fine.
If you tell me what days you want to do it, like I can basically tell my boss, right, I can't do this day now, but I can now do Saturday evenings.
Eve says, how's the new gerb, Tally?
It's great. I am constantly up and down stairs at work, and that is how I lost 17 pounds.
Geez, no wonder. Bet you got strong legs now.
Oh yeah, I'm constantly running up and down flights of stairs. Like these old, like really old British cottages. Like all of the floors are on different levels. So I've got to go down a steep slope into the kitchen when I'm doing when I'm waitressing. I've got to carry stuff up that slope to go up to the first level. and then I've got to go up a flight of stairs to the second level to get to the restaurant. And then when I'm cleaning, when I'm cleaning the rooms, which I do on like tomorrow, I've got to get up at 5 in the morning because I've got to be at work at 7 in the morning.
I say hi, Yuki. I saw Yuki in chat.
Hi, Yuki. And I'm constantly carrying vacuum cleaners and cleaning products up and down these stairs as well on the days that I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
So I do some cleaning and I do waitressing.
Wow.
Yay.
At least you're employed, and at least you seem to be enjoying it. I haven't heard you complain about it yet, so.
Oh my god, I did a 9.5-hour shift the other day. I was supposed to do an 11-hour shift.
Damn.
And my boss saw me. He was like, "Aren't you working tomorrow night as well?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm doing an 8-hour shift tomorrow." And he goes, "You know what? No, I was supposed to be doing a 12-hour shift the next day." And he goes, "You know what? Go home now and don't come in at 12 tomorrow. Come in at 4."
Wow.
He goes to me, I don't want you to burn yourself out. Go home, don't come in until 4.
Right.
And then you can stay in until closing, which was about 11.
Eve says hugs. Here's about you burning the candle at both ends there. Damn, that's a lot of hours. Just make that paper grill.
Well, at least the like I was in at 7 until like I was in at 7 in the morning. I stayed for like 9.5 hours. He sent me home, but then I didn't have to go in until like the afternoon the next day.
Well, that's
So
good.
I was finished.
Like I said, at least you're.
I was finished. I was finished at like 4 o'clock that day, and then I didn't have to go into work till 4 the next day.
Are you making good money though?
Yeah.
Okay then.
I'm making very good money.
Well, that's good. That's very good to hear. What is short
Oh
stream?
yeah. I've already worked out like with if I include all of my bills and all of that sort of thing, I don't have to worry about rent. So I've already saved like £600 there, where most people would have to pay rent. So all of my bills, I can save about £1,000 a month.
It's pretty good.
I'm sitting pretty, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Like,
what's going on?
Weird. Like, it cuts out, and I don't know why it cuts out. Like, it's so freaking weird.
Oh, this payday on Friday. I've just realized it's payday on Friday. I'm so excited. I've been broke for too long.
Oh, this should be your first paycheck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Good job.
Yay.
But I'm really glad for you, Tally. It's fantastic.
Yay.
Mr.
At some point.
Buffering for okay, just making sure because we've had issues with connectivity on Twitch or not Twitch on YouTube, and I don't know why it will like cut out and dip out. People just be like, "It's buffering." Oh, it's fine now.
Yeah, that
even though everything's fine on my end. So.
Hey Eve, at some point I will send you pictures from the terrace at work. Like it's beautiful. Like the area I live in, it's beautiful, and I will show you it later.
I want to see.
I'll show you later. I'm not gonna put it on screen so everyone can see, because they'll try and work out where I'm work, and I'm no.
Booby bump. Booby bump. And the audience said, "Oh, hi, Tally."
Hi.
I was talking to one of our fans earlier in the week, He
Yeah.
stopped by my Twitch stream and was sitting there watching me play Monster Hunter, and then came in and played with me afterwards, and he was just like, "Oh, Tally is so wonderful. I just adore her." And I'm just like, talk to her for 5 minutes, and he's like, "Oh, her interrupting and stuff just makes her more adorable." I was just like, "She got you fooled."
I'm just so endearing.
You know, I found out found out the hard way. I found out through a little bit of trial and error that this makes a really good paddle. When someone's
it
bad,
worked.
just pat.
What makes even better paddle than a plastic hairbrush is a wooden one.
Anywho, where was I gonna go with? Oh yeah. So, I have a thing to talk about. This caught my attention earlier in the week. I haven't read the whole article, but this comes from the Daily Wire, so take it with whatever grain of salt you need to. But if even a little bit of this is true, it worries me a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and share the story with folks at home.
Oh, this is the scary thing that you said about.
This is the scary thing I was talking about. And the reason why I consider it scary is because of the precedent that this is set when they're talking about doing this. Biden to use private firms to surveil service members' social media accounts for, quote, concerning behavior.
What constitutes concerning behavior?
I guess we'll get into that in the article. President Joe Biden's administration is reportedly preparing to contract with private firms to surveil the social media accounts of service members to weed out those with views that the administration deems concerning. Now, I can see
so anything they disagree with.
Yeah. I could see if it's like, hey, this guy over here is literally a white supremacist. Hey, this guy over here is talking about he supports,
the
ISIS.
Thing is,
maybe we shouldn't let them serve.
Like, see, now I understand weeding out people that support ISIS because they actually commit terroristic acts. However, if someone is a racist or a white supremacist, like even the most hated, even the most despicable people should be able to speak freely.
I mean, like someone is like a open member of the KKK. When I say racist, I'm not talking about like, oh, they said they supported Trump, which is the equivalent that they go for nowadays.
But technically not illegal.
Not illegal, but I could see why it would be concerning.
See, there is a difference between saying I hate this person because they are black and I hate this person because they are black, therefore we should kill them.
Let's read what it says here. The Intercept reports an extremism steering committee led by Bishop Garrison, a senior advisor to the Secretary of Defense, is currently designing the social media screening pilot program, which will continuously monitor military personnel for concerning behaviors, according to Pentagon briefing in late March. Although in the past, the military has balked at surveilling service members for extremist political views due to First Amendment protections, the pilot program will rely on a private surveillance firm in order to circumvent First Amendment restrictions on government monitoring, according to a senior Pentagon official. Hang on. Though the firm has not yet been selected, the current frontrunner is Babel Street, a company that sells powerful surveillance tools, including social media monitoring software. Let me finish the
They are opening themselves up to lawsuits because First Amendment.
Right, because even if they go outside of the private company to surveil them, they still can't act on that knowledge. They can't act on that data without violating First Amendment rights. That to me, like I said, if somebody is literally making threats or doing stupid things, right? But and I could even see them being concerned.
But physical threat, but actual threat, like legally under the First Amendment, you cannot threaten someone. Just like legally under the First Amendment, you cannot do a call to action.
Right.
Like they've already gone through the highest court. Like those things do not count under the First Amendment. Go away, Moth.
The problem I have is I know soldiers who are being asked questions by they're having special people come in, not their regular therapists that they go see, but they're having special people come in and ask them questions. Who did you vote for? What is your opinion of the president? He's like, why is this relevant to my therapy session? I don't understand. Why am I being held, like veterans, people who have served our country and are no longer, I have one friend who actually had that happen to him. They came in and asked him these questions, and he's like, that's out of the blue. And he told his regular therapist the questions they asked us. She's like, what the hell? Things like that, we're just not okay. Like stuff that really has no bearing on his ability to, and he's a veteran, he's retired, he doesn't even serve anymore, and they're still coming in and asking him these questions, and that only makes me go, what else are they going to be screening for?
Thing is, when someone joins the military, they take an oath to defend the country and its civilians against threats, both foreign and domestic.
Mm-hmm.
And if your government keeps going the way they are going to end up being a domestic threat to the citizens, and therefore the military will go, fuck you.
Well, that's the thing. Not even looking at it that way. It's more of a, there wasn't an issue. I don't know who even put this on the table, because until Biden got into office, nobody was questioning the soldiers' loyalty. And he comes into office, and suddenly people are,
Well, obviously they're loyal. If they weren't loyal, they wouldn't be serving their country.
But he comes into office, and suddenly the people being put on his guards for his inauguration ceremony are being questioned based on who they voted for.
But that's not loyalty to the country. That's loyalty to an administration. And soldiers shouldn't be loyal to an administration. They should be loyal to the country as a whole.
Because when you start doing those kind of things, it starts making people really fucking nervous.
Well, yeah, because you start going down China, Venezuela. Like you start going down all the routes of all these different countries.
Yep.
And nobody wants that.
Spokesperson for Representative Don Bacon, RNE, who's a member of the House Armed Services Committee, said that the congressman was not aware of the alleged plan, saying, quote, I have discussed this with the defense team, and as of right now, we have not heard anything from the DoD that would confirm this story. A spokesperson for the House Armed Services Committee released the following statement on the matter. The committee understands the Department of Defense is exploring a means of implementing a social media screening in conjunction with background investigations. We anticipate that any social media screening would be intended only as an additional means of vetting cleared individuals or those seeking to obtain a security clearance, not as a tool for ongoing surveillance of all men and women in the uniform. That said, hang on, let me finish. Okay. That said, Secretary Austin has been clear about his intentions to understand to what extent extremism exists in the force and its effect on good order and discipline. We look forward to hearing the results of the stand down and the department's plan to move forward.
Okay, so hang on. So basically, let's say there is an individual and they have all of the criteria you want in a soldier. But according to their social media, they supported Donald Trump. That would disqualify them from joining the service.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it.
Because the problem is to have supported Donald Trump in their book wasn't just means you lean conservative. It means you're a racist, you're a sexist, you're everything we hate, therefore we don't want you. And that is my problem with screening it this way. It's because the people making these decisions aren't objective anymore.
No, they're not.
It's like the whole thing of people complained about, privacy laws and things like that and being spied on by the NSA. And it's like, it's not that and they say, well, if you don't have anything to hide, you shouldn't have to worry. And it's not that I have anything to hide.
It's just that
I don't trust your judgment.
Under the Fourth Amendment, you have the right to privacy.
It's the concept of I don't trust your judgment. It's the thing of the person who's examining all these things in my life. I don't trust them to be objective. It's not that I have something to hide. It's that I think they'll take things out of context. I think they'll see what they want to see. I think they might even just make shit up. If I don't know who's looking at this. Therefore, I want my privacy. And that's what it is. But hi, Travis. But
and you know what? I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. It's
like how is it that me being British, I understand that the Fourth Amendment right to privacy better than your government.
Well, it's like the thing of remember the UK was doing the thing for the while there that people would put things out on Twitter, and they'd send someone to your house saying, "Hey, is everything okay? We just came by to check your thinking because you tweeted this, a few days ago, and we just want to make sure that everything's okay with you."
Yeah, like that woman that was pregnant and she was arrested in front of her 2 kids for calling a transsexual woman a man. And biologically speaking, this woman was not incorrect. It's just a dick thing to say, and they arrested her for it in front of her 2 small children.
And I will look at you and say,
bearing in mind, she was 8 months pregnant.
I'll look at you and say, even as a trans woman myself, I may not like her opinion, but I certainly don't want to see her arrested because she disagrees with my way of life any more than I would want someone to come in and arrest me.
Well, the thing is,
she's leading my life the way I do.
Thing is, she's not even hateful towards trans people. It was just a Twitter spat, so she just called this trans woman an ugly man.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
It was basically just a way to piss off the other person that she was having an argument with. And she got arrested for it. I don't agree with her saying it, but it was an argument.
Absolutely terrifying shit, but yeah. Let's see. A report said that the alleged pilot program will search for keywords to identify those that the administration deems to be potential extremists, although experts warn that the method was not only an invasion of privacy, but flawed. Quote, using keywords to monitor social media isn't just an unnecessary privacy invasion, it's also a flawed strategy that will ensure it is short-lived, retired FBI agent Mike German told the publication. It will undoubtedly produce a flood of false positives that will waste security resources and undermine morale without identifying the real problem, which is the tolerance for those that openly engage in racist behavior and discrimination. So they're already talking about this is what they're looking for. Soldiers,
police, they serve with people of other races. And they are taught that your skin color is irrelevant. You are all equally worthless.
Yeah, I mean, and they drill that into their heads. And the thing about a lot of the military personnel that I know is the methods for teaching people, while harsh, in my opinion, do get good results, and they do end up bringing people who otherwise, from various walks of life, who otherwise wouldn't be friends, wouldn't be comrades, they
become more than friends. They become brothers.
Yeah, making them family.
They literally put their lives on the line to help to save each other.
I've heard my friend Reaper, I've heard Kayla refer to the people she served with as their battles, their brothers. That's their family, and They wouldn't have it any other way. It doesn't matter how you came up. That person fought beside you, bled beside you, took bullets for you. And to think of them as anything other than, your family is unthinkable to them. Mm-hmm. And so extremism like that is going to be very few and far between.
Well, what this thing's going to do with the keyword search is it's going to find people who are saying that saying these words is abhorrent.
It's going to produce false positives.
Yeah, and they're going to be flagged because they use these keywords.
Okay, I've only got like 3 paragraphs left in this, so I'm going to read them and then we can finish commenting on it. CNN reported at the start of the month that Biden administration was considering working with private firms to monitor, quote, extremist chatter by Americans online, because the federal government is legally limited to what they can do without a warrant. See, that's the thing, is that
that's the way it should be.
It is legal. That's the thing, is that you can't do that. You can't hire a private firm because you can't use that information. That doesn't hold up in a court of law because you violated people's rights to get it. It doesn't matter if you hired a private company to do it. You still violated people's rights.
They're just going to open themselves up to lawsuits, and then they're going to be out billions of dollars.
The United States government can't go over there and, assassinate the leader of North Korea, but they hire someone else to go do it, they're still responsible because they hired him to go do it, It's just a ridiculous concept to me. Like, I don't understand.
What they're going to do is, because they are violating people's First Amendment rights and Fourth Amendment rights, they're not just violating one right, though. First and Fourth Amendments are being violated with this. They're opening themselves up to lawsuits, and depending on how many people they violate doing this, they are going to have millions to billions in lawsuits that they're going to have to pay out.
Mm-hmm.
That's your money.
Mm-hmm. The plan being discussed inside DHS, according to multiple sources, would, in effect, allow the department to circumvent laws that limit what the federal government can do in surveilling U.S. citizens without a warrant, CNN reported. Excuse me. Quote, a source familiar with the effort said, "It is not about decrypting data, but rather using outside entities who can legally access these private groups to gather large amounts of information that can help DHS identify key narratives as they emerge."
But you still can't do anything with it, even if you've got this information.
Right.
They can't do anything with it because it would be against the law.
Mm-hmm. Any plans to surveil U.S. service members will likely face intense pushback, especially after a Space Force commander was allegedly forced out of the military after he warned that Marxism was infiltrating the Department of Defense. Yeah,
Thing is, it's not even the people on the ground that are fighting for your country that think in this way. It's the generals.
Yeah.
It's people that haven't been on battlefields in 40 years. People who haven't been on the ground in 40 to 50 years. Those are the ones thinking this way.
Mm-hmm.
Politicians. There is going to be pushback, not just from civilians, but from the military as well.
Yeah, it's scary. It's really freaking scary. Hang on a second. Sorry, go ahead.
Like, it's just stupid. Like, just no, stop it. It is not the government's job to check its civilians' thinking, just like it is not the government's job to tell a serviceman how to think. Like what? You're gonna stop someone from being a military member who wants to serve their country because they have a different political ideology than you? That's retarded. Like, what if this individual who you've stopped turns out to be one of the best soldiers you've ever had?
Yeah, I mean, there's about a million ways this could go wrong and come back to bite them in the ass, but,
Mm-hmm. Of course it is. Yeah.
But yeah, let's see, what else did we have for today?
Oh, your government's gonna get sued.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that specializes in constitutional law is going to end up filing a class action lawsuit, and the result is going to be the government having to pay these people millions. Well, billions. because they'd probably get something like 2 million each for it, depending on how severely like their constitutional rights have been violated.
It depends on what they sue for, but they can sue for pretty much whatever they want.
Especially if it's something that violates constitutional law.
It's just silly to think that, oh, they're just going to use private firms to get around. It's like, can't do that. Because when you turn around and try to use that information...
you can't use it.
Yeah, even when you try to use that information, you can't. It's not legal. Because you obtained it illegally. You know, it's like the thing of, if a police officer without a warrant goes and taps somebody's phone, it was information obtained illegally. It doesn't matter if he tapped the phone personally or if he paid someone else to do it. He obtained that information illegally. Now, if someone involved in said conversation turns over that information, you know, usually that's a different story, but...
Hang on, what's the name of that law? Reasonable cause or something? Where if a police officer is outside your door and they hear someone inside scream, they don't have to knock and they don't need a warrant. They can just kick the door in.
Probable cause.
Probable cause. They don't even have probable cause to do this shit.
So, the way my friend, who was a sheriff's deputy at a little town here in Tennessee, he explained it to me like this. He says, okay, when you make a traffic stop, for example, there are different levels of suspicion that allow you as an officer to do different things. There is... Like,
if you smell weed, you can search the car for weed.
Well, simply, if you make a traffic stop, somebody was speeding. You make a traffic stop because they were speeding. Pulled them over because they actually did commit a crime. You already have, at that point, I wanted to say it, at that point you already have...
justification to pull them over.
Yeah, you have justification to pull them over, but you also have what they call reasonable suspicion. They were breaking the law, therefore you have a reason to go and talk to them and investigate further. Because you wouldn't believe 9 times out of 10 how many times they catch people like drug traffickers and things like that just for simple little traffic violations, which is why they're so hard up on them.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Hi, Seamus.
I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Dahmer was caught due to a investigation of a traffic stop.
He was literally pulled over.
Like, all he had to do was not broke road laws, and he would have gotten away with it.
It's insane how many criminals get caught that way.
Well, let's face it, they're criminals. They're not exactly smart.
He said that, you know, there's a difference between reasonable suspicion and probable cause. Reasonable suspicion means that you have a reason to come up and ask more questions. You have a reason to be curious. And if things start not lining up, like they start asking you questions, and their answers to the questions either
contradict,
don't line up, or they just become hostile and refuse to answer questions, then it escalates to probable cause. Or if they walking by your back seat and happen to look in the back seat and see a couple of weed plants or somebody tied up, or like you said, somebody screaming from the trunk, that's probable cause as well, of like, hey, something's definitely off here. We can push it to the next level, and here's the piece of evidence that we needed. You know? So the key thing in any kind of like traffic stop like that is just remain calm and be honest. If you don't give an officer any reason to suspect that there's more going on, that he needs to look deeper or ask more questions or take you out of the car and handcuff you and throw you in the back of the police cruiser and search your car, 99% of the time you're not gonna, as long as you don't do anything crazy or super suspicious, you're not gonna end up getting in trouble.
I have only ever been pulled over by the police speeding once. Whenever I've got a speeding ticket, it was because I was caught by a fucking camera. That one time I was pulled over by a cop. I am a 4'11" blonde woman with massive tits, and I can cry on command.
You're 4'11" now, Tally? You've dropped inches?
Well, I thought I was 5 foot.
You thought you were 5'1" when I first met you. I'm 5'1.5". Now you're 5 foot.
No. I thought I was 5'1", but and then when I got pregnant, I was measured at the hospital. They measured me at 5'1", and then after the pregnancy, I went back. Like when I was pregnant, I was measured again at 5 foot half an inch. My brother measured.
Elijah was giving you that half inch.
My brother measured me a couple of weeks ago, and I'm 4'11".
Maybe you just need a spinal adjustment. Go to a chiropractor and get him to pop your spine and straighten it out. And just, I'm talking because it happened to Kayla. Kayla was at her brother's, and he just like popped her back the right way and stretched her out, and did like a little like mini adjustment on her, and she stood up straight. And I was like, "No, get back down there. You're not allowed to be taller."
But yeah, a couple of weeks ago, my brother got the tape measure out and measured me, and I'm 4'11".
Wow.
But that cop let me go, but I can cry on command.
You start sobbing. I'm sorry, I was trying to get home to my family. I have a little child. And it walks up to the car. It's a female cop. She's like, "No, you can put the tears away, honey. I know how this game works." And you're like, "Fuck."
No, it was a man.
It happened to my aunt though. She was the type that would be just like, "Oh, I got pulled over for speeding. Let me just undo the top couple of buttons of my blouse and just check my makeup in the mirror." And then the female cop walks up the window and says, "You can put those away, honey. They don't do a thing for me." But yeah.
You know what? If you want to get away with speeding in America, just make sure you've always got a box of donuts in the car.
Wow.
Do you know why I pulled you over? Because you can smell them.
If you want a one-way ticket to jail, that's the way to do it. God damn it. I thought that for sure that article would get chat riled up. They barely said anything.
Like, that's surprising, really. Especially
that is surprising. I think we're going to have to talk about abortion again, Tally. In order to get them all wound up. Is that what it's going to take to get you wound up, chat?
Well, see, abortion is very...
Yeah, it was a very iffy subject, but we touched on it one time, and they just tore into us because they all were like, "Well, I disagree for this reason and that reason," and I'm just like,
well,
I don't care.
I personally don't agree with abortion, and I think it should be limited. However, I don't think it should be illegal.
Wasn't meaning we should actually talk about it, Tally.
And if you want one, you can get one. You've got to pay for it yourself, though, because I ain't paying for it.
I'm going to move on to our next article.
Yes, the planet cleanser that makes us go, "Aww."
Well, no, actually, it's this one right here.
Oh.
We'll do the palate cleanser after this. So, retailers to remove Pokemon cards from sale due to safety concerns.
Why are Pokemon dangerous?
Because they're evil, Tally. You should get them out of your house. I figured this would interest you because Pokemon. U.S. retailers Target and Walmart have removed Pokemon trading cards from sale due to customer safety concerns. People are profiting from reselling items such as Pokemon trading cards and consoles. People profiting from reselling items such as Pokemon trading cards and consoles have been having a real issue of late. We all know resellers are a contributing factor to ongoing stock shortages of the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Pokemon trading cards...
Hang on. But Pokemon trading cards that are actually worth anything are Pokemon trading cards that are like...
Wait for it.
20 years old.
Wait for it. Pokemon trading cards have also encountered similar issues when it comes to stock. In the US, McDonald's Happy Meals, which included Pokemon cards, continually ran out of stock due to resellers swiping supplies. excuse me. Many children wanted to collect a Pokemon card with their Happy Meal were unable to do so due to resellers. Soon in the UK, Pokemon cards will be offered with Happy Meals, and it's expected that we'll encounter the same problem as our US counterparts. And who is the quote from?
Yes, if you here in the UK, if you want the toy that comes in the Happy Meal box, but you don't want to buy a Happy Meal, you can just buy the toy, and they won't allow you to buy more
Same
than like
here,
two.
Same
They won't
here,
allow,
but
they won't allow you to buy more than 2 of the toys.
If the stock shortage, they're just being bought up in such a gigantic quantity that they're sold out everywhere.
But like I said, at McDonald's, if you want to buy the thing that comes in the Happy Meal box without buying the Happy Meal, you can only buy 2.
Here is why Walmart and Target have stopped selling them, though. On Twitter, Alan Johnson of Warner Brothers Games shared some images from Target and Walmart, informing customers that trading cards will be pulled from sale due to reports of, quote, inappropriate customer behavior.
What?
Yeah, they have a sign up that says, to ensure safety of our guests and team members, effective May 14th, MLB, NFL, NBA, and Pokemon trading cards will no longer be sold in stores until further notice. Walmart has a similar sign. Trading cards category have been removed from the sales floor, and sales of these items have been suspended due to inappropriate customer behavior and increased demand. Please do not stock these items until further direction from management has been given. Questions and comments can be directed to the management team. Earlier this month, violence broke out between customers in a Target store fighting over who gets to buy sports trading cards, which no doubt was a contributor to the decision to pull trading cards from the U.S. retail stores. Social media stars such as the controversial Logan Paul has also been getting in on lucrative business of the Pokemon trading card after spending $150,000 on a rare Charizard card.
But that will be a Charizard card. That it will be one of the shiny ones, and it will be from like the early 90s.
Right, but it's still there is a market for it. It's not as big as it used to be, but there are still ones that are rare. There are still ones that sell for quite a bit, but it's just the fact that people are literally fighting in the stores over these cards is
I had a
just
tin.
Ridiculous to me.
I had a tin that was about this big. It was about that big, yeah. Little tin.
Mm-hmm.
And it was filled with Pokemon trading cards. And I had all kinds of rare ones in there. And I planned on when I was a teenager, when I found them again, like the tin was all bent and out of shape because it was so old, so I couldn't really do anything with that. But I planned on selling the cards so that I could buy a house with the money. And my sister sold them. My sister sold them at what we have here in the UK, which is called a car boot sale. Basically, what you do is you take a load of shit from your house, you go to a field, you just open up the back of your car, you set up your little table, and you just put stuff out. She sold the entire lot for 50 quid.
This wasn't even people fighting. This was a guy pulled a gun on somebody in the parking lot over some trading cards.
Like, she sold the entire tin for 50 quid.
Yeah, she should get beat up for that.
And then she denied it.
Yeah, like, apparently, I've got the audio on, but, man pulls gun in Brookfield Target parking lot, Jesus. And it's this trading card attack over some fucking cards. It's just ridiculous.
Wow.
Like, motherfuckers be hostile.
Like, what? Like, you can go on eBay, you can go on Amazon, you can buy an entire box of Pokemon cards that haven't been opened yet. Why'd you have to pull a gun out on someone?
I could not tell you. It's ridiculous. So,
like, you could,
now
like,
that...
Like the box that you see in stores, you can buy those boxes online.
Hikaru says people were fighting over boxes of cards and workers were also stealing them. That's ridiculous. That's just so silly. I don't... Like, I get that there's money to be made and, like, you know, trading some of the rarer ones and stuff, but nah. Anywho, do you want to move on to the goody story, Tally? Or do you want to laugh, or do you want to do the sweet story?
We'll do the sweet story first, and then we can have a good laugh.
Okay. I'm going to close that one. Send you this one. I should point out that this one comes to us from our own Rick.
Like, oh my god.
Rick M in chat. What? You just roboted out there.
Did I? Oh, sorry.
I lost you for half a sec. This comes from our good friend Rick M. He sent it into the hashtag SNM News. If you guys do have any stories you'd like to share with us, you can tweet them at us with the hashtag SNM News. We check them every week before the show. So, like,
yeah, please do.
I think Travis said he sent one in a minute ago. And I have that pulled up here. If we can get to it today, we will, but I already had some stuff lined up. But if not, we'll get to it next week for sure then. The guy who pulled the gun was being robbed for his collection. Oh, okay. Well, even still, like, people robbing each other over trading cards is silly. It just, the fact that he was even being
well, you know what? He had the right to pull a gun because someone was trying to rob him.
Yeah.
The guy that tried to rob him, what a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, in self-defense, okay, yeah, but the fact that it even had to escalate to that point was just ridiculous. Like, hey, buddy, I'm going to mug you for your popsicles next. I mean, I get that there is inherent value in a lot of those things. It's just ridiculous. He just bought $100 in trading cards. None of them are Pokemon. It isn't just the one incident. Apparently there have been several incidents like this that prompted the decision for them to stop selling the cards in store.
You know what? If you want trading cards, go online. You can buy an entire box. It's exactly the same kind of box that they put on the shelf in Target.
Buy the same packets too, like little booster packs. You can buy those too off the internet. There's just, I don't know.
Like, you can buy an entire box of candy bars, like the candy bars that they put on the shelf, like the boxes of candy bars that they put on the shelf.
It is one of the things I've always wondered why the hell Walmart and Target still carried anyway. Because nobody I knew bought from there. They usually either went to a comic or card shop and bought them there, or they ordered them off the internet. So I never understood really why Walmart and Target sold them. Because I never knew anybody who bought them from there.
Don't know.
You know, but anyway. Like I said, this next article comes from Rick M. Thank you for sending us this article, Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah. Boy, 6 with cancer, thrilled to be a UPS driver for the day. This is the palate cleanser that Tally wanted. And I wanted to wait till we got through the bullshit.
Look at how cute that is. He's even got his own little UPS van. That's so cute.
Put my hair behind my ears because it's driving me crazy. Yes, he does. Matteo Toscano is 6 years old and dreams of being a UPS driver when he grows up. The uniform, special truck, and happy customers getting packages brought to their door, you can see the job's appeal. They even gave him his own little, like, I guess this must have been like Make-A-Wish. Yeah, it's the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, would have been Make-A-Wish.
Matteo, who's fighting leukemia, had a chance to see his dream come true with the help of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the charity known for granting wishes to critically ill children. People magazine reports that the little boy took on the UPS gig a week ago in Stockton, California, when a perfect little replica UPS truck, a uniform, and some parcels came together for his special day on the job. UPS driver Dave Kundari accompanied Mateo for his delivery shift. He is just absolutely adorable.
Isn't he so cute?
The tweet here.
He's so precious. He's so precious.
It just warms my heart.
So cute. Oh, right in the field.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he even got a little UPS ID.
Uh-huh. Little uniform, little... Okay. I'm done.
Oh, he even got the like the back door even open so he could put the parcels in and out of the little van. Oh,
Among Mateo's scheduled
right
stops.
in the fields.
Among Mateo's scheduled stops was delivery to City Hall, where he met Stockton Mayor Kevin Lincoln. The mayor declared it #Mateo Delivers Hope Day, according to WAFB. He also delivered to the police station.
Oh.
Mateo was diagnosed with cancer in 2017. His stint as a UPS driver had to be put off for a while because of COVID, but being stuck at home did not stop him from watching delivery drivers make their rounds in his neighborhood. When it was finally time for Mateo to don the UPS mantle, the whole community got involved. His deliveries around Stockton secured his name as the world's youngest UPS driver. And when the working day was done, he and Kundari filled their trucks with gifts from Macy's and delivered them to Mateo's mom and grandmother. Mateo also delivered flowers to his mother and grandmother for Mother's Day. Doctors had told the family that cut flowers, wreaths, and trees were not allowed indoors during Mateo's cancer treatment, so the gift of fresh flowers had special significance for the little boy's mother.
Oh,
Sorry,
right
somebody revving a
field.
motorcycle going by. She told Good Morning America, quote, "The flowers were very nice way to signal the end of a very, very dark period. Hopefully the brighter times are here to stay." On his side, Mateo said he really enjoyed his day as a UPS driver. "It was so cool," he told GMA. I was busy as a bee."
Oh.
And I'm just, that's adorable.
It is so cute. Oh. So cute. Well, we know what he wants to be. We know what he wants to be when he grows up.
Mm-hmm. Pat's in chat. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Pete says, "Cynic in me wonders how a little boy learned that even words. Cynic in me wonders how a little boy learned that even cancer won't stop society from demanding males into the workforce until you die on the job." That's dark. The world is not completely bonkers. No, you don't want to know what my thought was. Mine went pretty dark, but I was trying to keep it positive. Stop. It's too much. I'm sorry, Becca. We have to. It's our palate cleanser. After the bullshit we just went through.
So cute.
I don't know if you missed the first article, Becca, but we just talked about how the Biden administration is talking about using private companies to get around First Amendment clauses to spy on soldiers' social medias.
Not just First Amendment, though. The Fourth Amendment as well.
Yeah, and to spy on their social media accounts to be able to do things with it. To be able to look for extremists, as they call it.
Basically, they want to say, like, okay, so you said this on social media. Basically, you supported Donald Trump, and therefore you're not allowed to security clearance.
Yep. But we went from talking about that to talking about people getting mugged over Pokemon cards to little Mateo here, so I think we've kind of cleansed our palate. Are you ready to get back into the stupid tally? Because we got some more. Well,
we have got some stupid.
We've got at
But,
least
oh,
one
it's
other
so
thing.
cute.
It's
You
just
know
more
what?
silly than anything.
I hope he does. I hope he recovers, and I hope he like actually gets to be like, clearly when he grows up, he wants to be a delivery man. Like, that's what he wants to do, and I hope he does. He's able to do it.
I agree.
You know what? It's honest work, and I respect him for wanting to do that. It's not something that many people want to do with their lives, but you know what? Good for him.
I missed y'all covering that, but hubby informed me, good thing he has 0 social media accounts. I know, right? But even like I said, I've got at least one friend who I'm not going to name, but I've got one friend, and it's not Kayla, don't worry, who said that they were asked very personal, pointed questions about their voting habits by it's like a special person was sent into their therapist office, their VA appointed therapist, and they were asked very pointed questions about
who they voted for.
And I'm like, what the hell? Why does that even matter? And he was just sitting, this person came in specifically to ask them these questions and left, and it was like really creepy, really like, you know. But when you have things like that going on, and things like,
in all seriousness, I'd say if you you can lie to these people. Like, this person, they are basically there to be a thought police person, and if they're not a therapist or anything like that, and if they are here to ask you who you voted for, you can lie to them.
Well, Tally, I'm going to point out a couple things. Most people don't lie as well as they think they do. And anybody who has even a fraction of a bit of training in spotting a lie can spot most people in a lie.
Oh, I know. I'm aware. But what are they going to do? What are they going to do?
Don't get me wrong, Tally. I don't think you've ever been able to successfully tell me a bald-faced straight lie.
No, I haven't.
Because I can just read it on your face.
Most people are terrible liars. I just cannot lie for the life of me.
Becca says her husband was questioned too. It's terrifying. Why was that happening? You know? That shouldn't have had any impact on anything, and that's creepy to me.
What gets, like I said it earlier, but what gets me about this is they are trying to make people loyal to the administration rather than loyal to the country that they're serving.
And when you start calling into question a soldier's loyalty, like these guys go out here and fight, bleed, and die for our country. And when you start calling that loyalty into question, you're creating a big problem where there was none before.
Yeah, they're gonna piss off a lot of soldiers doing.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, they're not supposed to be like, the military was never intended to be loyal to an administration. Like, the whole point of the military was to be loyal to the country.
But like I said, that's when you end up with third world country stuff, like
China, North Korea,
military members who are loyal to a particular leader, not to their country, and doing what's best for their country, and serving whoever the leader is, duly elected by the people. Instead, you start to end up with smaller, and that's how that kind of shit starts, and it's terrifying to me.
Okay, so penis potholes.
God, okay. If you're just gonna bury the lead like that, or bury the penis, Sorry, kids, I couldn't help it. I don't even know. This is another story sent to us by Rick. He sent it to us. He sent us one the week before and then one last week, and we didn't get to either of them, so we're doing them both this week, because of scheduling issues.
I was sick. I was sick.
Again, if you have stories you'd like to share with us, things that you think we'd find interesting or just want to have us talk about, send them to hashtag SNM News on Twitter, or drop them over here in our Discord. We pick them up. We pick through those stories every week and take a look, and we appreciate all of them that you guys submit. So
Yeah, we do. Especially the really funny ones.
So, odds and ends, penis, potholes, and other offbeat offerings. Man draws penises around potholes to get council's attention. A New Zealand man was so fed up with his local council's lack of attention at fixing potholes in his hometown of Auckland that he decided to get a firm grip on the matter. Damn it. Damn it, that one caught me sideways.
According to The Guardian, road safety advocate Josh Upson was so sick of calling Auckland Transport to fix potholes that he decided to get their the attention of the city council by drawing green and pink penises in spray paint around them.
Apparently, Auckland Transport wasn't amused by Upson's phallic roll drawings and called the cops on the man last week, according to the New Zealand Herald. The graffiti work and got the attention.
Oh, that's a typo. It's supposed to say the graffiti worked.
The graffiti worked and got the attention of Auckland Council, who stated the penis graffiti posed a, quote, a safety risk and distraction to drivers. Apparently, Upson has drawn 100 penises to date on the New Zealand roads, but it's not the first time that someone has drawn penises on roads, apparently. The BBC reported that it happened in the United Kingdom in 2019, in Middlesbrough, and in 2015 in Manchester in an effort to get potholes repaired in these towns, respectively. Needless to say, the tactics worked.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what, the government over here, that like the amount of money we pay in taxes, they fucking should fix potholes, but they don't.
I wonder if they'll show one. Oh my god, it did! It did! He just puts a giant one on the fucking... the video! He just threw a giant dick drawing on the road.
I can't see one.
Here, No! Don't do that. I'm not trying to do that. I'll send it to you in a DM later. But, no, that's absolutely hilarious to me. That's just fucking hilarious. It's just this big old giant dick across the road. Just thunk. Hi there, memes. How are you?
Oh, that's funny.
When you look at the latest recruitment videos, they want soldiers loyal to a company. They want them loyal to a company. They don't want They don't want soldiers loyal to the country. They want them loyal to the cause. Yeah, and that's the scary part. Is they're starting to drink their own Kool-Aid. It was one thing to say it, but it's another thing when they actually start practicing this stuff and putting it into it. I don't think they see the direction this is going. Everyone's saying hi. Meme says so. Hashtag penises save lives. Yes, they do. I can tell you, I've saved many a life with my. Moving on. So the next part of this article, nipple sucking not supposed to be a part of this Spanish lesson.
Wait, what?
Students at a New York City high school got some sex education along with their daily Spanish lesson. According to the New York Daily News, Amanda Fletcher, a Spanish teacher at Columbia Secondary School, is facing the heat after allegedly fooling around and sucking her partner's nipple in plain view of her students during a virtual Spanish class on Zoom last September. Fletcher, quote, clearly engaged in a clearly inappropriate and unprofessional act, said the school's investigator Anastasia Coleman in a New York City school district report on the matter. I would play the video, but we can't show that, sorry. Students reportedly... Oh, that's a bug. Students reportedly recorded video of the Zoom meeting, which showed Fletcher's head rocking back and forth as she sucked on her unnamed partner's nipple, which was followed by the teacher gyrating her shoulders while smiling. The investigative report recommended that the 14-year teacher face disciplinary action. It is not known whether she was punished, but the report noted that Fletcher was reassigned during the investigation. The investigation was launched by the school board after a student and her mother turned over several clips of Fletcher's dirty deeds that had circulated on social media. Oh my gosh. There's been a lot of those kind of things of just people like flashing their dicks, their tits and stuff, because folks just don't know to cover that goddamn camera when they're like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, I don't understand what people are on. So says, bro, what? Had not watched the video. Holy crap. Tally's over here just like, Hikaru says, narcs. I thought this was a breastfeeding article. Upon reflection, it is? Question mark? Oh my god. You guys, I don't even know what
Don't you know, apparently men can breastfeed too.
So I just would like to point out, there's too much to unpack here. We do have our question, or our call-in segment coming up. If you guys would like to come in and talk to us about anything we've talked about today, you have something you'd like to say to us, tell Tally she's gorgeous, or tell me you like my makeup, or just, vice versa, whatever.
Isn't she pretty?
Hop into our Discord, which is put the link there in chat. Come in and hang out with us in the waiting room. Sorry, we named it the green room. Named it the green room right there below where you'll see me and Tally. Once you come in, accept the rules, join in the Discord, and we'll pull you in just a few minutes.
Eve?
She was teaching the kids how to roll their R's. God damn it, Hikaru. What?
Look at the first thing I just sent you in your DMs.
Oh no.
That was on S&M. That was on our hashtag. The first thing, not the second.
Okay. I really need to figure out who this what the fuck gosh is, because they sent me stuff too. And I'm gonna beat them up.
What the fuck? Like, what the fuck am I looking at?
I can't show that on S&M, bruh.
I know. Like, what the fuck am... Someone at the Royal College of Art made a... I think it's supposed to be like a pendant.
We're moving on. We're not talking about vagina jewelry. Vajazzling anything. It looks like a vagina. And I can't show that on stream. Sorry, kids.
They've got a pink gem as a clitoris. Like, what the fuck?
Thousands of cockroaches visit restaurant to settle debt dispute. One wouldn't and shouldn't expect cockroaches on the menu at a high-end restaurant. Diners at the Triple G House Taipei restaurant in Taiwan likely lost their lunches after seeing thousands of creepy insects crawling around the business after being released by two masked men. Oddity Central reported that the incident took place May 4th when two men released two large bags filled with cockroaches at the reception area of the G House Taipei before bolting. The invasive insect reportedly crawled all over the place, including the floor, up the walls, and on the furniture. I'm gonna point out, kids. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna copy this link, and I'm gonna post it in chat. For those of you who actually want to go in and watch these videos, I'm not playing either one of those videos. God damn it, the link's too long. Let's see if I can fix that. That should work. So if y'all want to go in and watch those videos, like either the titty video or the titty teacher video, maybe they'll show some clips of that. Y'all can get get your jellies off that way, or the freaking cockroach video here we're just talking about. I'm not watching cockroaches. I'm sorry. I don't care. There's a video there embedded in the thing. You can go look at that yourself. Oh, and the diners noticed the creepy crawlies as well. Taipei cops created a task force to catch the culprit behind the disgusting incident. They believe it was a result of a debt dispute between the restaurant's owner and the Bamboo Union, a local crime group, to whom the owner allegedly owed money. Police Commissioner Chen told local press the cockroaches appeared to have been purchased from a local aquarium supply store. 5 suspects have been identified and are being sought.
I kind of feel bad for the restaurant owner.
Shit, who wouldn't? Like that's just... Wolf, that sends a message. Without even having to, like, do anything, you know? Just run in, drop a bag of cockroaches, and take off, you know? I'd probably just, like, nope, I'm done with life right there on the spot if I saw that. If I'm in that restaurant, nope. Oh. Pat asks, Eve Tally, what are your thoughts on women take baths, men take showers? I take showers. I don't like baths.
I prefer showers.
I do too. I don't like sitting in my own filth.
I like baths, but I prefer showers.
I will say, I don't take a bath to get clean. I take a bath to relax.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm doing it like in a sense of, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and chill and relax, and my back's hurting me and I want to sit in soak in some hot water, I'll do that. But how many more of these articles are there? I think this is the last story on this one.
If anything, when I was living with my old housemate, it was the opposite. I always used the shower and he always used the bath. And every time he used the bath, I would have to clean the bathtub. Yeah.
That's the thing, is that's my ex-wife used to do that too. She would take baths and just sit there and soak, and I look at the water, I was like, that water is like black. Because you came in from like working at FedEx where you just got covered in grubby dirt and shit, and then you just went in there and decided to bathe and wash all that stuff off.
If I was gonna go and have a bath after working somewhere that's grubby, I would then shower afterwards.
Yeah. And then take a bath. Shower and clean all the dirt off, and then take a bath.
If I'm gonna bath to like get all the grubby shit off me, I will then have a shower afterwards because I'd been sitting in my own filth. But if I'm gonna have a bath, I tend to already be clean, and I tend to use bath bombs.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Like my favorite bath bomb is a one from Lush. It's called Dragon Egg. It's my favorite one, and it's one of the few bath bombs from Lush I can use because it doesn't have lavender in it.
Rick says, "Don't owe money to the mob." I would agree. Nope, no bath for me. I'm with Eve. I don't like to sit in filth. Thank you, Becca. I'm glad we see eye to eye on that. Pat says, but in general, a woman is more likely to choose a bath over a shower. You see, that's the thing, is that I feel like that's a misconception. I don't think a lot of women choose baths to get clean so much as they choose baths to relax. You know?
You know what? I will say, if you've got nothing to do and let's say you've been at home all day, but you showered that morning, so you haven't really been doing anything to get dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in a bathtub, oh yeah.
It's one of those things. If only it's just like the day's sweat or whatever, that's not too big a deal. If it's a sense of like, I've gone out and like I said, I worked at FedEx for 8 years. There was no way in hell I was gonna go in there and work in that hub and get grubby and dirty and literally come back with my skin a darker shade, come in and sit in whatever it is that I just washed off my body, because it's not going anywhere,
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
Of course, my ex never used to like using washcloths either. She would like go through entire bars of soap. She bought cheap soap, but she would use like almost an entire bar of soap just per bath. And I'm like, are you okay? What's wrong with you? She just used the bar of soap just in her scrub, and she'd lather herself like 12 times. It's weird.
Okay.
It was just her thing. I don't know. No judgment, but you know, it's whatever.
I mean, it's not really good to use soap on your skin because it contains shit that's not really good for your skin. So I tend to use a soap-free cleansers when I'm on my skin.
In here, rare lobster saved from becoming dinner. Red Lobster is known for serving up great helpings of its namesake dipped in garlic butter. In one instance, however, the life of a lobster was spared by a Red Lobster restaurant in Virginia after it was rescued from a tank because of its rarity, CNN reported. I mean, it looks like a regular lobster to me. On April 25th, a Red Lobster restaurant in Manassas, VA, received a shipment of lobsters that included a calico lobster, a rare variation of the crustacean known for its unique orange and black freckling on the shell. That's the very okay. Orange and black freckling, got it. Restaurant employees recognized the rare lobster, the third rarest behind split-colored and albino variations, and reached out to the Red Lobster support team to arrange a rescue. Catching a calico lobster is apparently a 1 in 30 million chance. Wow.
Damn.
Now named Freckles, the lobster will find a new home at the Virginia Living Museum after restaurant staff reach out to the Akron Zoo, who connected with the museum. Museum officials have traveled to Manassas, on April 29th to collect Freckles from the tank and transported him to his new home. After an evaluation by a veterinarian and a 30-day quarantine, Freckles will be part of the museum's public exhibit at its Chesapeake Bay Gallery. Well, that's neat.
That is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, that's a rare lobster.
Like, nobody just paid attention to how, rare it was and unique. So,
he was almost dinner.
Almost, but not quite.
And then saying that, I have got to find somewhere that does lobster in this area because I haven't had lobster in so long.
You should just come here. We'll take you a place that gives you good lobster.
Thing is, it's not just me that wants lobster.
But so it's like a shiny Pokemon. Yes, memes. It's like a shiny Pokemon. Also, don't mug people over Pokemon cards. It's rude. That's all I have to say on that.
Also, and memes is in the green room.
Go ahead and pull him in.
Hello, memes.
Hello, Mr. You're muted, sir.
Yeah, you are muted.
These things happen. Sometimes you gotta noob it up. But hey, ladies, what's going on?
Hello, Mr. Destruction. How are you?
We actually have some great lobster up here in Massachusetts as well. I'm just saying.
Well, we get really good lobster around here.
Oh, I mean, I like to see. I went on a cruise once because I'm totally bouge, and they had this Australian lobster. It was still pretty good, but I don't know. I grew up eating like Maine lobster, so I like cold water lobster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like everyone knows, I now live in Cornwall. Like you're like within half an hour drive of the coast on either side. So
we're going to get lobster.
Like they land lobster, like monkfish and cod and all of that sort of thing here. I just have to find somewhere that cooks it and serves it. That's really good.
Oh, do those places exist?
Yeah.
Cool.
I just have to ask the chef at work.
Word of mouth. One of the best ways to communicate information. Now multiply it by the internet and see what happens.
See,
Well,
that's the
like-
thing to me, is that I would rather hear, like, especially when it comes to recommendations about things, from a person that I know than get like, you know, reviews on the internet. You know what I mean?
Well,
because it
see,
just means more
that's-
word of mouth. type of
That's
thing
why
to
I'm
me.
gonna
Proven.
see
Mhm.
now. That's why I'm going to ask the chef at work, because who's gonna know lobster better than a chef?
Sure.
Somebody that eats lobster.
I'm sure he eats lobster. He knows how to cook it, so why wouldn't he eat it?
Well, maybe he's Jewish or something like that. I mean, I say this is a half Jewish dragonkin on this internet stuff and things that loves to eat lobster. I'm a bad Jew.
I'm a bad Jew.
Exactly.
I could never be Jewish. I love bacon too much.
I think that's no, that technically is Jewish too. I know that's within Islam.
The difference is the Jews won't blow you up for it. I'm sorry.
No, now let's not be.
No, we'll get that. I won't get that bad.
See, now I like I like bacon. Bacon is life, and shellfish is delicious. So I could never be a Jew.
I'm just saying, for some very old books and stuff like that, it was pretty good wisdom back in the day, especially if you didn't have one of those really fancy restaurants like Tali's going to ask about, where they know how to cook things in the right way, and if you're trying to survive in a very harsh environment, eating something and having your tummy like kind of explode probably isn't a good thing.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there were health concerns in various ways for that. You know, just like you said, because of the environment or because of just how people process things back then. You know, they weren't able to. We didn't have the luxury of just spending all day sitting on the toilet because something they ate, you know, went down wrong. You know, so they avoided those things for a reason.
Yeah, if you had to stop and drop bowel, yeah, something might try to kill you. That was like, what was it, like rule like 3 or something in Zombieland? It's like check everywhere and stuff, especially if you're in the bathroom, because you don't want to have something try to kill you.
Beware of bathrooms.
Your pants are down. Yeah, exactly. But what you just said
Beware
there,
bathrooms. Always check the back seat of a car.
Double bath.
Always wear a seatbelt.
Not bad advice. But but Eve, what you were saying there about recommendations, that actually within sales organizations that I totally spent a fair bit of time in, that's the number one proven factor. It's word of mouth, actually hearing it from somebody like you actually know and trust.
The thing is, I was in a sales class in college and or a business class, and although word of mouth when it comes to something that's really good, the reason people put so much stock in that is because you only tend to tell people about a good experience if it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a bad experience, it doesn't even have to be that particularly bad, and you will tell 10 people about it.
Wait a second. Are you saying that, given the current meta, that people that like to complain about things go on the internet and complain about it because, well, 1, we love to complain about things, and 2, click monetize?
Sweetie, I'm a woman and I'm British.
Well, it's a psychological factor too.
Complaining is a second language to me.
There's a psychological factor to it as well, because, you know, bad news just registers quicker in people's heads for whatever reason, you know.
I think it's
Well,
an adaptive function.
the thing is, you are likely to people are likely to tell 1, maybe 2 people about a very good experience. However, they will tell 10 people about a bad experience.
Yep. That's very
So that's why when it comes to word of mouth, that's why word of mouth when it comes to good experiences is far more likely to get you customers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I remember when I went to one of the local barbers a couple of years ago. I actually left them like a Google review, and very often I say it's like, this was great service or something, I'm going to do something, and then I completely forget to actually do it. But this time I actually remembered, and then when I went back to go see him, he's like, dude, memes, he's like, thank you so much for like putting that review with stuff on there. I'm like, I just told the truth, you did a good job. It's like I had to cut my hair or shaved in however long, and you took care of me, man. So you give credit where credit's due. It's just like you said, I think I think it's one of those things we've adapted over like thousands of years to be like, okay, if there's something good, I mean that's nice, but how often do we run into those good things like over the past couple of millennia? It's more like this is going to kill me, so I need to avoid this, so it's going to stick out in your mind. Here's a potential threat.
Well,
That's
it's a
also why
learned social trait. We share that, this is a negative thing, this is bad, don't go here. We share it with our children, we pass that down to them, and then we also
That's
share
that
it with
is a
others,
biological thing that is ingrained into us due
which
to
is
survival.
It's a survival mechanism, and unfortunately, that translates into our modern society as well. And
it does, yeah.
When it comes to recommendations about stuff,
you're not wrong.
I totally agree with it. It's just that the problem is, as soon as you lay out that dynamic, it's great, but it's not like anyone would ever abuse anything.
Yeah, I know, right?
And these are the reasons why I think we should re-legalize dueling.
And even Chad says, I recommend everyone go to Tally's pub and leave her big tips. Her knockers are huge and she's nice.
The terrible thing is, as misogynistic as that comment is, I have real-life experience with friends who are bartenders that it's like, all right, I go out to a bar, like,
I'm not actually a
30 minutes
bartender.
ago.
I'm not actually a bartender. I'm a waitress.
Still,
that's fine. It's all right. You can bring me booze and anything, and I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, I can serve booze because I'm over the age of 18, and someone that's under the age of 18, although they can be a waitress, they can't actually serve booze. So if any restaurants need to go from any drinks need to go from the bar to the restaurant, it's not the other waitress that does that. That's me, because she's not 18 yet.
Do you serve lobster?
No. We serve monkfish.
Eve, do you serve lobster?
I've never even eaten lobster. Don't shoot me.
Oh, I love lobster.
You're
so
a better
good.
Jew than me.
I'm a better Jew than you. I'm not even Jewish. I'm Irish, so.
Oh, me too. These things happen. I feel like I've worn up my welcome.
No, you haven't.
No, you're fine.
You're fine.
Tally, you do remember like the last time like we were together and everything. It's like I literally ruined everything. It's like, all right, for some reason I kept on discussing how great Jaffa cakes were, and you were grossly offended.
They're Jaffa cakes, not Jaffa cakes.
Yeah.
Jaffa cakes.
I love Jaffa cakes. All I remember is that night ended with basically Eve going, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Didn't I tell you, well, you're a scaly, so your opinion doesn't matter?
No. That's rude.
Now that you mention that wouldn't necessarily surprise. Dude, I have so much more footage from like the past that I haven't even sifted through in so long. Like I just archives of stuff that I should really just be using that stuff because it's fun. You throw it to Purple People Eater and it writes itself.
But no, like Eve can confirm, Jaffa cakes are fantastic because she had some.
Yeah, no, I actually found them in a store here in Boston. I was like, these are pretty good, They weren't like they weren't super special, but they were like
most people just bite them and eat them. Like I peel off the cake off the bottom, and then I peel the chocolate off the jelly bit, and then I eat the jelly bit last.
I put them in like the freezer for like a minute or so, and then just let them kind of crisp up, and then I'll like peel like the chocolate off. No, excuse me, the Swiss rolls and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good. No, I do just like nomming the Jaffa cakes.
I like to put curly whirly chocolate bars in the freezer.
Curly
overnight.
whirly chocolate bars.
Yeah,
that's a
Cadbury's
thing.
All right, Cadbury's chocolate have a chocolate bar called a curly whirly. And they're about this long. Well, they used to be like this long, but they're like this long. And they're caramel. But they're that chewy caramel. And you put them in the freezer and you can suck on that thing for hours.
You slowly are like draining it. It's like molasses.
Well, because it's a caramel and it's frozen, like you can't just chew it because it's rock hard.
Avoiding the obvious sucking on it for hours comments.
Okay.
It's a way of making a chocolate bar last a lot longer.
Well,
I
right.
bet it
It's very
is.
important in these difficult times right here. You want things to last as long as possible. And if you don't, you throw a Charleston chew in the freezer for like 20 minutes, and then you bite into it, and it just shatters everywhere, and then it turns to goo. It's good.
Well, I like curly whirlies, and the reason I like the fact that I can put them in the freezer and they last so long is because I want to lose more weight, and chocolate is my weakness. So the longer my chocolate lasts, the better. Because it's the same number of calories, I'm just spreading it out over a longer period of time.
Frequency does change things as well. I mean, it's. I mean, I was gonna gripe on you, but then again, I can't give up my ketchup. Can't give up my Heinz ketchup. It's just not happening. Not happening. Again, it's a bourgeoisie masshole thing. We got the Heinz family here. I don't know. Is it the ketchup mafia? I don't know these things. All I know is it's so good. That high fructose corn syrup hits me right. And I remember I saw like this organic ketchup. I'm like, with all due respect, just give me my classic Heinz ketchup. I don't care. I want my vinegary
You know
tomato
what?
puree goodness.
You know what? I don't like the off-brand ketchup. If I'm gonna have ketchup, I tend to buy Heinz ketchup. But at work, everything that's served at work is from Cornwall. Like the coffee beans were like roasted here in Cornwall. The salt is from Cornwall. The pepper is from Cornwall. The ketchup is from Cornwall.
Well, that's good. You're staying local.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Everything is local and it's all delicious.
Snow says,
But
"Wait, who's the masshole?" That's memes.
But ketchup, yeah. I like my Heinz ketchup.
I have to agree there. That's a. Can I have other ketchup? Am I going to melt? Not really, or at least not yet. But oh, I gotta have my Heinz. I'm sorry. It's one of those things that like I grew up with. It happens to be a local thing here, and it's like, all right, just I feel like that was just ingrained upon me. Does it have to do with microtubules, or is it just a coincidence? I don't know. I actually need to finish The Expanse now that I think about it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What's new?
What?
Anywho, on that note, I think we've reached we've hit our hour and a half mark. Thank you so much for coming on with us, Mr. Memes, and chatting with us at the end of our show. Appreciate having you on.
Thank you so much for having me, and as always, I will ruin everything.
See you later.
Doodle.
And with that, Tally and I are gonna get out of here. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. Thank you especially to my lovely co-host, Miss Talita Constantine. If you like what we do on this channel, share with your friends, and
as always, remember, just do what makes you happy.
And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out the door, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Lay back, relax, enjoy it all. Saturday night, it's time to say no more. S&M with Tally and KRC. Come pleasure or pain, welcome to the stream.